All right. The next 10 pages, they were mostly more on like time management but I really like the way he put it in the perspective of the business owner or being the employee, which I'll go into it. But today was day 10 of 75 hard. I did leg day. I was cramping up basically all day, and even at the gym, I cramped up again. Um, so I had to go a little bit in the lighter weight, but it was a good day. It was a great day. Like day, as I always say, it's always the one you dread, but it's always the one that you feel the most accomplished. You know, getting out, being all sweaty. I don't know. You feel like you got something done. Usually, it's the day that you sweat the most. Um, but just to kind of get right into it, the first part, it's not really something I highlighted, but the full chapter slash paragraphs kind of brought it together. Actually, the first two things that stood out. I really like the way he kind of puts it. It's kind of like gaslighting. So this is how you essentially force people to leave you alone or get yourself out of meetings and stuff like that. Uh, you basically just gaslight them. Like one of the things that he said was to, like if you work in a cubicle in an office setting, always have your headphones on, and whenever somebody comes by, um, act like if you're in a call, like hey, yeah, hold on, give me a second, and then see if what their issue is, or so they could kind of be quick because you're in a phone call. Um, and even though you're not, but essentially it just gets them to give you the problem they have so that you could give them a solution. Um, and as far as being going into like meetings or doing stuff like that, he gives you different ways where you could essentially be like straight up like, hey, why are we doing these meetings? These are pointless. We talk about the same stuff over and over and it's just waste time. Or you could kind of go with the more less direct approach where you say, "Hey, I'm really booked right now. I have a lot of stuff to do. Is it okay if I skip this meeting?" Etc. Just kind of lie out of your teeth just so you don't have to be part of them. Um, and then the second one was batching. So he kind of goes into how to uh, minimize kind of like white, how to say, not white noise, but random interruptions. Where like if you've ever worked at corporate or like IT, where you have emails coming in, maybe not a lot, but like here and there throughout the day, you have some emails coming in, and then you kind of stop doing an important thing, and respond to the email, which now it takes, I don't know, 20 to 30 minutes to respond to those two, three emails. But his way of getting rid of that is letting them accumulate and then setting a time or a day where you do a batch of everything that came in, you respond to all of them, and you make sure everything's good. So now instead of constantly taking 20, 30 minutes per client, per email that comes in, per whatever request comes in, now you're doing it all within 60 minutes because you're focused on doing that instead of having little interruptions. Because as you guys know, whenever you get interrupted, it always takes time to find out what it is and then etc. But if you're just focused, like sure, maybe it'll take an hour and 30 minutes instead of just 20, but now you're doing it all in 1 hour and 20 minutes instead of constantly getting sidetracked or etc. From doing the stuff that needs to get done, the more important things. I thought that was pretty good. Last but not least, um, he he kind of going back to the same stuff. Um, so empowerment, failure, rules, and readjustment. So I like the way that he shows the business side as well as the employee side. So for the business side, I'm gonna go over to what he did and how he solved it. So in 2002, I had now here's what he this is part of the book. In 2002, I had outsourced customer service for order tracking and returns, but still handled product related questions myself. The result, I received more than 200 emails per day, spending all hours between 9 to 5 responding to them, and the volume was growing at a rate of more than 10% per week. I had to cancel advertising and limit shipments as additional customer service would have been the final nail in the coffin. It wasn't a scalable model. Remember this word as it will be important later. It wasn't scalable because there was an information and decision bottleneck, aka himself. The clincher, the bulk of the emails that landed in my inbox was not product related at all, but requests from the outsourced customer service reps seeking permission for different actions. So to summarize a little bit of what had happened is since he was a product related guy, all the customer services needed his approval for reimbursing customers, or maybe the customer wanted a overnight ship and them needed to know how much it would cost, how much they should charge the customer, etc. And how he fixed it is by writing this email where he's like, "Hey, all, I would like to establish a new policy for my account that overrides all others. Keep the customer happy. If it is a problem that takes less than $100 to fix, use your judgment and fix it yourself. This is official written permission and a request to fix all problems that cost under 100 without contacting me. I am no longer your customer. My customers are your customer. Don't ask me for permission. Do what you think is right and well. Make adjustments as we go along. Thank you." Blah. Upon close analysis, it became clear that more than 90% of the issues that prompted email could be resolved for less than $20. So as a result, he ended up only getting 20 emails per week instead of 200 a day. So it really, really just shrunk everything down. I believe this kind of goes into the micromanaging entrepreneur, so the business owner that micromanages his customers. Yeah, sure. If you would have been micromanaging them, maybe they wouldn't have put it so much money or lost so much money, which I think it says he lost a little bit more than $200 because he wasn't micromanaging from the estimated amount they would make or whatever. But he saved himself hours, which time usually, in my opinion, at least, time is worth more than money. So the $200 was well damn worth the 10, 12, 20 hours he would have taken responding to all those 200 emails. Um, and like I said, I like the way he also puts the perspective of the employee. So, like, what if you're the customer service rep that needs this access to be able to, do the stuff themselves? Um, and this is what he thought of to tell your boss or etc. Um, I hate that I have to interrupt you so much and pull you away from more important things. I know you have a lot on your plate. I was doing some reading and had some thoughts on how I might be more productive. You have a second, and then it kind of goes into before they have the conversation, make sure you kind of do your research, have set roles that he could tell them. And then let's say they're hesitant to let them know, hey, let's try it out for a week. Does that sound reasonable if we try it out for a week? If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Then we could go from there. Closed. You just close them right there. But like I said, I really like the way that he emphasizes this as a business owner and as an employee as well. He gives you both perspectives. For the people that are reading, they might be an employee, or the people that are reading, they might be a business. He gives them the solution to both, or at least an idea of how to solve the problem that they had. I thought it was genius. It was really good. Um, but yeah, so far, these past 10 pages, it was more how to overcome some of these obstacles. So it wasn't really a lot of like what the beginning where he was throwing in nuggets here and there, left and right. This is more now going into how to become more automated and have more time for yourself and be more productive. So, but yeah, guys, that was today, day 10 of 75 hard. We've been going. I'm kind of tired. I think it's about to be 1 a.m. But gotta keep her going. Keep her going. Remember, guys, be patient. Success takes time.